With just 4 days to go for the Gujarat Assembly elections, contenders are going all out to campaign with top faces. Prime Minister Modi and the Aam Aadmi Party's national convener Arvind Kejriwal hit the diamond city of Surat on Sunday, which sends 12 MLAs to the state's 182-member assembly and which will be voting in the first phase on the 1st of December. Now, Surat has traditionally swayed towards ruling BJP, with textile and diamond merchants backing the party, but the Aam Aadmi Party hopes to take some of that sheen off. Meanwhile, campaigning in Surat, Prime Minister Modi aimed his guns at the Congress, while Arvind Kejriwal gave a written assertion that AAP would win in Gujarat.
यहाँ गुजरात में आतंक के स्लीपर सेल पर बड़ी बारीकी से कार्रवाई की। दिल्ली में बैठी कांग्रेस सरकार आतंकियों को छुड़ाने में अपनी पूरी ताकत लगा देती थी। कांग्रेस की सरकार आतंक को नहीं, मोदी को टारगेट करने में लगी रही। दिल्ली में जब बाटला हाउस एनकाउंटर हुआ तो कांग्रेस के नेता आतंकियों के समर्थन में रोने लगे, रोने।
डबल इंजन सरकार की बात करते हैं यहाँ, वो भी प्रधानमंत्री जी। अरे ठीक है भाई, आपका डबल इंजन बहुत दिन से चल रहा है यहाँ, 8 साल तो आप डबल इंजन में हैं, उससे पहले भी आप सरकार में थे। अगर डबल इंजन लगाने के बाद भी अगर एक गाड़ी नहीं चलती है तो उस गाड़ी को निकाल के दूसरे नए इंजन लगाने वाले गाड़ी को लाना चाहिए।
कांग्रेस का वोटर ढूंढने से भी नहीं मिल रहा। जैसे एक ऐड आता ना, ढूंढते रह जाओगे, वैसे ढूंढने से भी कांग्रेस का वोटर कहीं नहीं मिल रहा। तीसरा, भारतीय जनता पार्टी का वोटर बहुत बड़ी संख्या में, बहुत बड़ी तादाद में आम आदमी पार्टी को वोट देने जा रहा है। पूरा गुजरात इस टाइम बदलाव मांग रहा है। कई लोग कहते हैं कि राजनीति के अंदर मेरी भविष्यवाणी सही निकलती है। 2014 में जब दिल्ली में चुनाव हुआ था तो मैंने एक पत्रकार को लिख के दिया था कि कांग्रेस की इस बार 0 सीट आएंगी। किसी ने यकीन नहीं किया, लेकिन उस चुनाव में कांग्रेस की 0 सीट आई थी।
रिकॉर्डिंग निकाली है पिछले, इन्होंने उत्तर प्रदेश में कहा था कि इनकी सरकार बनेगी। 403 सीटों पर चुनाव हुआ, इनकी हर सीट पर जमानत जब्त हुई आम आदमी पार्टी की, और जितनी नोटा पड़ा उससे भी कम वोट आम आदमी पार्टी को पड़ा। तो क्या कहना है केजरीवाल जी को? उत्तराखंड में कहते सरकार बनाएगी, इनका खाता नहीं खुल पाया। और यही नहीं, ये जमानत जब्त कराने का रिकॉर्ड बनाया किसने? तो आम आदमी पार्टी ने। झूठ बोलने का रिकॉर्ड बनाया तो आम आदमी पार्टी ने। भ्रष्टाचार के नए आयाम स्थापित किए तो आम आदमी पार्टी ने। और बेशर्मी की भी कि आपके भ्रष्ट मंत्री जेल में है, आप ईमानदारी का सर्टिफिकेट अरविंद केजरीवाल जी देते हैं। 6 महीने से जेल में पड़ा है, तो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को इस पे क्या कहना है?
मैं आज गुजरात के सारे कर्मचारियों को कहना चाहता हूं कि हमारी सरकार बनेगी। 31 जनवरी तक ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम लागू करने का नोटिफिकेशन जारी कर दिया जाएगा। ये मैं हवा में बात नहीं कर रहा। पंजाब के अंदर ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम जारी करने का नोटिफिकेशन जारी हो गया। ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम दोबारा लागू कर दी गई है पंजाब के अंदर, हमारी सरकार बनती, और ये नोटिफिकेशन जारी हो गया पंजाब के अंदर। गुजरात के अंदर सरकार बनने के बाद 31 जनवरी तक ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम लागू करने का गुजरात के अंदर नोटिफिकेशन जारी कर दिया जाएगा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने दिल्ली के अंदर एक गारंटी दी है कि हर वार्ड में एक वीडियो की दुकान खोलेंगे। भारतीय जनता पार्टी अब वीडियो बनाने की कंपनी बन गई है। तो जनता, दिल्ली की जनता इस बार ये तय करेगी कि उनको वीडियो बनाने की कंपनी चाहिए कि सरकार अच्छी चलाने के लिए और उनके बच्चों का भविष्य बनाने के लिए एक पार्टी चाहिए।
And just days after the Congress complained to the Election Commission on the BJP's use of children in the Gujarat poll campaign, 2 Gujarati brothers, one just in class 9 and the other in class 6, have suddenly become center stage in a rather unlikely arena for juveniles politics. And it's none other than Prime Minister Modi, who's now spoken about the duo.
અહીંયા હું આવ્યામાં જરા 2 મિનિટ મોડો એટલા માટે પડ્યો કે 2 આદિવાસી બાળકોને મળવું હતું. એકનું નામ અવી અને બીજાનું નામ જય. એ 2 ભાઈ બહેનના બંને ભાઈઓના માતા પિતા આજથી 6 વર્ષ પહેલા ગુજરી ગયેલા બીમારીના કારણે. આપ વિચાર કરો, 6 વર્ષથી આ 2 ભાઈ એકબીજાને મદદ કરે, એકબીજાને મોટા કરે. એક કોઈ વિડીયો મેં જોયો, મારા ધ્યાને આવ્યો અને મને થયું કે અરે આ દશા. એટલે મેં અમારા CR પટેલને ફોન કર્યો. મેં કહ્યું ભાઈ, આ 2 દીકરાઓની ચિંતા આપણે કરવાની છે. ઘર બનાવી દીધું, ઘરમાં પંખો, કોમ્પ્યુટર, ટીવી બધી વ્યવસ્થા થઈ ગઈ. મેં કહ્યું શું કરવું છે? એક કે મારે કલેક્ટર બનવું છે, બીજો કે મારે એન્જિનિયર બનવું છે. અને બાળકો ભણી ગણીને આગળ જાય એની પણ ચિંતા હું કરતો રહીશ, એવો મારો પાક્કો વિશ્વાસ છે ભાઈ.
And it was a Super Sunday campaign by the BJP for the Delhi municipal elections, which have become a prestige battle for the BJP amidst an anti-incumbency claim. They're pulling out all the stops. In fact, they've been getting out their national stars to hit the MCD campaign trail, even though most of them are talking just about Prime Minister Modi's achievements at the centre, despite the fact that the BJP has been in power in Delhi's municipality for the past 15 years.
Road shows, Jan Sabhas and national stars on the campaign trail. The BJP's carpet bomb drive for the national capital's local polls goes full throttle. From padyatras to door-to-door contact, the Central Party is pulling out all the stops amid anti-incumbency claims, after being in power in the Delhi municipality for the past 15 years.
Look, we are the country's largest political party. We are the largest political party in the world. And we take elections seriously. Not because we have to win the election, but the election itself provides us with an opportunity to take our programs, our plan of action before the people and consequently create a politically mature narrative. The other model is going around promising freebies.
With the Delhi Chief Minister in Gujarat, the Aam Aadmi Party was virtually missing from the Super Sunday campaign, with less than a week left for the crucial battle. But as the BJP ups the ante, Kejriwal says that the Aam Aadmi Party is truly fighting the election on local issues.
मेरा ये कहना है, MCD का चुनाव अब बड़ा क्लियर होता जा रहा है. भाजपा के 10 वीडियो बनाम केजरीवाल के 10 काम.
But amid a close contest between the traditional players, a surprising twist. After announcing plans of his capital foray, AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi entered the MCD campaign with a scathing attack on the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. In the fray in over 100 wards in alliance with Chandrasekhar Azad's party, Owaisi may cause a dent to the prospects of the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, conventionally strong in Muslim-dominated seats.
जब मुल्क में कोविड शुरू हुआ था तो पूरे मुल्क में सबसे पहले अगर किसी ने मुसलमानों को बदनाम करने की साजिश की और उसकी शुरुआत की तो उस शख्स का नाम दिल्ली का मुख्यमंत्री केजरीवाल था.
गलियों में पता लगे कि गलियों का हाल क्या है.
Amid political stink, the people living in the stench of garbage and open sewers across the capital demand urgent solutions to the issues that matter to them.
यहाँ की नालियाँ भरी रहती हैं और बच्चे बीमार पड़ते हैं और हमारे घर में जो है सुविधा नहीं रहती है. झुग्गियाँ भी जो है छोटी हैं, रहने की सुविधा नहीं है, सफाई भी नहीं है.
यहाँ पे लोग जो कच्चे मकानों में रह रहे हैं उनके लिए पक्का मकान बीजेपी भी प्रॉमिस कर रही है, आम आदमी पार्टी भी कह रही है, लेकिन आपने पहले भी ये फॉर्म भरे होंगे तो पक्का मकान ही सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा है यहाँ के लोगों के रहने वालों का.
गरीब आदमी को, झुग्गी झोपड़ी वाले को मकान मिल जाए और क्या चाहिए. और बच्चे कच्चे सब यहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, ये टूट जाए तो कल को कहाँ जाएंगे हम लोग. हम तो रोड पर आ जाएंगे. हमारे काम काज यही है, छोटे छोटे बच्चे यहीं पढ़ रहे हैं. इसलिए तो अगर हमें तो जो भी हमारे ये करेगा, हमारी सुविधा करेगा, हमारे लिए तो वो बेस्ट है।
Suddenly, these neglected pockets of the national capital are buzzing with road shows, politicians, top national functionaries of all parties visiting these ahead of the MCD polls. Whether these polls are actually going to address local issues that matter to these people, or are they just for these political parties to create a wave in favor of them ahead of, crucial state assembly elections and in the run-up to 2024? That remains to be seen. In New Delhi with camera person Sanjay Kaushik, Vedant for NDTV.
And a polygraph test on Aaftab Poonawalla, who strangled his girlfriend, chopped her body into 35 parts, is expected to be completed on Monday. His narco test is likely to take place on the 5th of December. On Saturday, a Delhi court sent Poonawalla to judicial custody for 13 days.
Two important things. Remember, Aaftab's narco test was likely to be held tomorrow as per police sources. However, now the police, after examining the report sent by a team of experts to the investigating team, the police have decided to conduct further rounds of Aaftab's polygraph test. Now remember, initial rounds of Aaftab's polygraph test were conducted on Friday and Saturday. And a field report was sent by the FSL team, by the forensic team, to the investigating officer. And after that, it was concluded that several more questions needed to be, posed to Aaftab, and those will be, that process will be completed tomorrow. It's only after the polygraph test is completed that the narco test or the truth serum test will be held. Now, it's likely that Aaftab's narco test will be held on Tuesday. Remember, Aaftab is currently in judicial custody. He was sent to a 13-day judicial custody by a Delhi court. And why is this polygraph test followed by the narco test significant is because the Delhi police are yet to recover key evidence. Remember, Shraddha's mobile phone is yet to be recovered, as well as one of the 6 weapons that Aaftab used to allegedly chop Shraddha's body, that is also yet to be recovered. However, the police claim that they have recovered 5 cleavers or sharp, large sharp knives that Aaftab allegedly used to chop Shraddha's body. Remember, other than this, the police is constantly recording statements from Aaftab's family as well as Shraddha's family, friends and co-workers. Also, the police are likely to record statement from that girl that Aaftab brought home after killing Shraddha. So that is also likely to be done tomorrow itself as per Delhi police sources. But the latest is that Aaftab's narco test, which is supposed to be held tomorrow, will not be held tomorrow, and his polygraph test or that lie detector test will be completed by tomorrow.
And a bus stop in Mysuru recently in the news over a BJP MP's threat to raise it for looking like a mosque because it had 3 domes on top, now has a new look. As per videos and images shared online, the bus stop on the Kerala border section on the Kollegala section of the National Highway 766 now has only one single dome that's painted red. The 2 smaller domes that were present which were 3 coloured gold are now missing. Now this comes days after Karnataka BJP MP Pratap Shimha sparked a controversy by saying that he asked engineers to demolish this, quote, mosque-like structure which had been constructed by an MLA from his own party. A local BJP MLA, Ramdas, built this bus stop. First, he denied his party colleagues' comments, reiterating that the bus shelter design was inspired by the Mysore Palace. Later, he then apologized in a letter addressed to locals, saying that he was getting the 2 domes removed. And in the middle of that, take a look at these visuals. A slab of a foot over bridge that fell at the Balhar Shah station of Chandrapur. At least 4 persons have been injured at this railway junction in Maharashtra's Chandrapur. More details awaited. And in the international news, hundreds of people have taken to the streets of Beijing and Shanghai in a rare outpouring of public anger against the state, calling for the lifting of lockdowns that have confined many to their homes for more than 3 months. And now the latest catalyst of public anger is a deadly fire in the Urumqi district. Protesters are demanding to know if it was COVID restrictions that hampered the rescue and relief operations and prevented residents from escaping their burning apartments and building complex. Protests against China's restrictive COVID-19 measures spread to several cities on Saturday night. Protesters displayed public defiance, fanned by anger over a deadly fire in the western Xinjiang region. Videos posted on social media appear to show protesters in Shanghai chanting anti-Communist Party and anti-President Xi slogans at the Middle Urumqi Road. They held up signs reading Urumqi, November 24th. Those who died rest in peace, while paying tribute to the victims. A relative of one of the victims of the fire claimed that the building is in close proximity to fire stations and hospitals. Yet it took the authorities a couple of hours to reach the scene as the building was under lockdown due to COVID measures.
Kuralattı bu insanlar. Bu ölülerini takıp, binanın üstünü takıp, ot kesik har soğumay, net saatin ki yalğandın kelip, otuçağını kıyafette, ölüp boğandın kiyin.
China is adhering to its zero COVID policy even while much of the world tries to coexist with the coronavirus. China's cases have hit record highs for days with nearly 40,000 new infections recorded on Saturday. And what does this mean for President Xi's iron hold over the country? I spoke with Andrew K.P. Leong, independent China strategist. We've been seeing these videos on social media and they quickly disappear, as is the case with, social media videos in China, where you have protesters chanting, lift the lockdown for all of China. At some point, you even hear some protesters saying, down with the Chinese Communist Party, down with Xi Jinping, free Urumqi. These are rare public protests against the Chinese leadership. What does this mean for the iron hand of President Xi as he enters his precedent-defying third term in power?
Let's put things in perspective. So far, China has been relatively successful by comparison with other countries, considering China's very large population. For example, even now, China is registering something like 40,000 affected cases. But then if you look at Japan, with 60,000 cases, with almost 1/11 or 1/12 of China's population. So if you apply Japan's case, China should be registering at least 12 times more cases by now. But of course, China and medical facilities are not as advanced as Japan. And also, a lot of the population are concentrated in large cities and many more vulnerable groups in China.
But Mr. Leong, this China's strict zero COVID policy, how is that affecting the iron hand of President Xi? Because clearly we're seeing increasing protests, people are losing patience, the rest of the world is learning to live with COVID. China has chosen a different path. How does that affect the leadership? How does that affect what has been seen as an iron hand for President Xi? For the first time, we hear protests, unheard of, rare to hear protests that even say down with President Xi.
Well, I mean, as recently as January this year, according to the world-renowned research institution, the Edelman Trust Barometer, ELEDMAN, based in New York. China's government has been held in high regard by its people, the top of the world. In January 2022, one of the reasons is the public seem to be very satisfied with the way China has been containing the pandemics, especially suppressing the deaths. But now, people's patience is beginning to wear thin, it seems. But of course, it is not the number of the protesters is not very large. But I think it should raise some alarm bells.